on the fight against foot and mouth disease.
Right Honorable Speaker, thank you so much. I have listened to the Minister of Agriculture, a very good statement, but I'm at pains. I also acknowledge that the team at MAIF is doing a great job. However, I come here with a heavy laden heart. My constituents, the people of Nyabushozi, who are now under a quarantine restriction, who cannot sell anything, who depend 99% on the cattle, who next week are supposed to take their children to school. They cannot sell their milk, they cannot service their loans, they cannot get treated, they can't even treat the sick animals. Just because somebody, the minister named the commander of the disease by a stroke of a pen, imposed a quarantine restriction. And why a quarantine restriction? For a disease, a viral disease that can be eradicated. Right Honorable Speaker, this country under the NRM leadership has eradicated diseases. Why on earth can't we eradicate FMD? Yet the livestock subsector contributes significantly to our national budget. Is it poor planning? Is it poor budgeting? I want to attribute it to poor planning. I'm sorry for that. Let me say this. The statement clearly says the vaccine costs $2. But treating a sick cow is $20. It's more expensive tenfold. So why can't we have sufficient vaccine vials in the country? Two, let me say this, Right Honorable Speaker. Amazingly, our farmers buy more expensive vaccines on their own. They buy injectables on their own, more expensive than even FMD vaccine. If, let me state, the Ministry of Agriculture cannot procure sufficient doses to cover the national herd, get out of business. Let the farmers, let the cattle keepers, let the cooperatives purchase these vials. The government and all governments worldwide know what they do best: regulation. Regulate the importation, regulate safekeeping, regulate vaccine exercise. But let these vaccination be sufficiently available on the market. Or allow farmer cooperatives like I have in Nyabushozi. Farmers have grouped themselves in cooperatives. They have the necessary resources. It requires them to have fridges, require them to have all the necessary facilities to keep vaccines, but allow them to procure vaccines on their own. Right Honorable Speaker, ring vaccination is a lazy policy. It's a completely lazy policy. Why? It comes after outbreak. Vaccination, or what you can call inoculation, comes before the disease outbreak. So why do we wait for the disease to come, then we go for vaccination? That is treatment. Next week, the whole country, Right Honorable Speaker, the schools are opening. Why? What are we going to do with our children? What are people going to eat? What are we going to use to treat our animals?
Yeah, but Honorable,
and the government is here?
Honorable Kajwengye,
yes.
Are you saying you want the minister to lift and open
in the first
the quarantine? Because you see, when you're talking of next week, you're talking of immediate and short term.
Absolutely.
Okay?
This quarantine is not helping anything, Right Honorable Speaker. I can tell you. We are only treating, we are not vaccinating. There is already an outbreak. You inoculate or you vaccinate before an outbreak. It is even unheard of that we should be here on the floor of Parliament discussing that the whole country has an outbreak of FMD. It is bad for our economy.
Because
it is bad for business.
Our fear, take it for example, during the time of COVID.
Yes, right.
You vaccinated, but you were also treating.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Because COVID had already come.
Yes.
Would you say that now open the country, COVID is already here with us? Why I'm asking you and the Director Honorable, my fear is, if the minister does what you are talking about now, okay, won't this spread go escalate and go out of control, and the people we are saying we want help, instead we find we are not helping them at all? I just wanted that to be very clear, that the minister knows what we are asking.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. From the statement read by the minister, 3/4 of the country are under quarantine. So what are you quarantining for? We need to treat them. It's actually now we are looking for treatment. It's not inoculation anymore. That's my point.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
The response to control and eradication of FMD in Uganda as presented on the floor of Parliament.
We are here as members of Parliament representing our colleagues from the Catro Corridor to witness that what the ministers promised us on the floor of Parliament, they have delivered. I recall the 2 days, a Thursday and the following Tuesday, when Honorable Frank Tumwebaze ran out of his voice. And the Honorable Ramirama the following week couldn't even handle the heat on the floor of Parliament. But we are here to thank God first, but also to thank you, Honorable Ministers, and the whole team at MAIF, that today you have delivered.
Kajwengye,